Happy Friday, everybody. Black Friday today. We're going to make some calls. We don't know what we're going to get. Some people, hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving, by the way. Some people are still recovering from Thanksgiving, relaxing. Maybe they're Black Friday shopping, so you never know what you're going to get around this time. We're going to make calls anyway. The first lead we have, this one is in, how do you pronounce this? Ocklawaha, Florida. Ocklawaha, Florida. So this one, I mean, it's got some land here. Okay, so this one is listed. It says on the description, discover unparalleled lakefront living at this one-of-a-kind tri-level home on this beautiful clear water of a spring-fed lake in Ocklawaha. 39 days, 1,701 views, 182 saves. So definitely has some interest on it. Now, is this going to be investment property? We don't know. We'll find out. Sometimes, some of these properties, it may be tailored more for somebody that wants to live in it, but we don't know that unless we speak with the agent or the owner, find out the reason they want to sell. It's got a lot of pictures. I didn't even know you could put 101 photos on Zillow. I would put this in fair shape. So remember, these properties, I put them in 3 buckets to keep it simple. Needs full renovation, fair condition, or fully renovated. That's basically how I look at them. Let me see something here. I mean, could be a good rental. We don't know. I'm going to run some quick comps on it. They're asking $325,000. They cut the price $15K a few weeks ago. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,570 square feet. Let's see. Okay, there's a lot of activity, 175, but it's really important to look at the square footage of the comps as well, because sometimes the subject property will be the house that has the largest square feet, but will be the toughest to comp. Is this a basement? Maybe not. I can't really tell. You don't really have basements in Florida, but sometimes you will have basements in Florida. I've seen a couple houses that way. 3,570 square feet. There's not much like this here. I'm going to run some comps on PropStream as well and see if I can find anything similar to that, because it's not always good to have the house with the biggest square feet, because you can't really it's going to be hard to run comps, and it'll affect kind of like what your offer is going to be, especially when you're anchor pricing. Let me filter the square foot. Okay. The closest one is 2,290 square feet, and so for 101. Here's one that's 1,782, and so for 175. I think that at 250 to 300 this could work, but then again, we don't know. We don't know if they're even flexible. So let's go ahead and call this agent, and let's find out a little bit more about what's going on here. Could be good terms as well. Before I get on this call, I was on a call with a seller in Oklahoma, and they were open to terms as well. Let's see. So I'll call from the Florida number.
Hello, this is Megan. How can I help you?
Hi, Megan. This is Steven. I believe, let me see. I was calling about your listing there on Southeast 54th Street. Are you still accepting offers for it?
Yes, sir. You're talking about the one in Ocklawaha?
Yes. Did I catch you at the time?
Yeah, you're fine. Are you working with Arvis?
I am. Yep.
Okay. I just spoke to him.
Oh, perfect. How long ago?
Like within the last 10 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay, so really recent. Yeah, you just sent this over to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're an investment company. I kind of came across this. I noticed in the description that it could be a good short-term rental.
Yeah.
Is that what it's currently being used for? Or is it being used as a primary?
It's being used as a primary right now. So the couple, and I can only disclose a little bit, but the couple is getting divorced, which this was going to be their dream home property, and then they were planning on making like the box and fixing it up, and then also fixing up the top portion of it for an Airbnb, so that they could, just keep it and, have it as a rental. But life has taken a different turn. So they did start some things, but never finished. And now with them parting ways, they've decided not to finish any of it. So, so that's kind of where we're at. So the things that we're aware of right now that are wrong with it is the middle or the main level has the screened in lanai, and the wood decking that is closest to the screen is soft and most likely needs to be replaced. The upper level, there is a deck up there that they had some water damage, that they have fixed the leak and the water damage, but they never put the decking back on. Now they still have it, but there's no decking or railing up there. The roof and HVAC is approximately 10 years old. They are not entirely sure of the septic system. When they moved in, which was approximately 5 years ago, they were told that had been emptied. Then now everything is working as it should. They are not having any issues or anything like that, but I just want to, disclose all the things that we're aware of. So, but I would definitely still recommend, and that's what I told Arvis, is you guys still having a home inspection and, going through everything, too. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. Appreciate that. Do you think they're flexible on the price? Are they motivated or?
They are, like I said, life has just taken them in different directions now. So, they do need to sell in order for them to be able to, buy something else. There is wiggle room. I told Arvis, the closer you get to that 300,000, if you ask them to repair things, I don't think that that's going to happen. I think that they're going to be willing to do some things if needed, but they are really trying to sell it as is because they don't want to put any more money into it. They were going to fix up, there's a room in the ground level that's completely unfinished. They had plans to make that like the kitchen for like the downstairs, like have like its own like separate entrance and, potential Airbnb. But it's just unfinished. So they're really just not wanting to put a whole lot more into it, but they are open. There is wiggle room. So
how much do you think if we bought this as a short-term rental, how much do you think it would generate in income?
Depending on if you have, like the whole house as a whole, you could probably get anywhere, I would imagine, from like maybe $350 to $650 a night, being that there are 4 bedrooms and each bedroom has its own bath. It really depends. I would say most of the Airbnbs and everything that is around here, like in Marion County, I mean, you could probably go a little higher than that, but I would have to like actually research it more. I know like closer that you get into Ocala, most of ours in this area run anywhere from $250 to $375 a night, because they kind of go by like our downtown Hilton and different things like that to stay kind of like competitive. And obviously if you can rent a whole house versus a hotel room for the same price, so, I mean, I would definitely recommend you get on Airbnb and like look to see what else is, out there in that area,
right,
for sale. But I definitely think it would go because it's beautiful and people love the lakes. I mean, it's definitely a lake that you could have. I was telling Arvis, I don't know how familiar you are with Marion County and like the lakes and stuff, but they've got companies that will come and clear your like it's not, there's not really a beach there right now, but there very well could be, because the property goes right into the water. So there's companies that'll come clear like a grassy area and fill it with sand. So you have like a private beach area, which that's what I would do because it's lovely.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot of potential with that, but you can boat there, you can fish there, swim there. Obviously there's gators because it's Florida, but you know, most people that buy lake properties are well aware of the wildlife. So
No, it looks like a great property. So if we covered the closing costs, we bought it, we buy it in as is condition. Anything that they don't want, they can leave behind. Where do you think they would have to be at for this to make sense? Like,
I can't disclose their final number. I mean, I know what it is in order for it to be a win-win.
mhm.
But you could come in where you guys would want and then see if they counter. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, they're reasonable folks. They do have to sell. I don't think they entirely want to, but they've realized that it's not going to work, and she can't afford it on her own, and he's already moved out. So they do have to sell it. So sometimes what people will tell you is their bottom line may change, you know what I mean? So I would come in with what you guys feel comfortable. I asked Arvis earlier, if you were, agents, but he said, you're not, you're just investors. So.
Yeah. Okay. And do you think they may be open to like if we can offer more, you think that they may be open to like a seller financing kind of structured offer?
I don't think so, because like I said, the wife needs this amount of money, what she's going to get her portion to go buy another home. So
Gotcha.
I don't think that would work. If she had her place, but she is counting on this income or this money that, so.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, I'll get with Arvis. We'll put something together. And then I think he has your email already.
He should, but if he doesn't, it to him.
Perfect. Yeah, if you can go ahead and do that, we'll send an offer in today.
Okay. You don't want to see it?
No, we'll look at it no matter what. I mean, you have 100 pictures here. We like to give a soft offer just because some people, if we're just way too far apart, it wouldn't even be worth, going to. But we'll look at it no matter what. I just want to see how what they think about the offer if we're even in the same ballpark.
I gotcha. Okay.
Area.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, I will, if you want, I can put you both on a group text and send you my email.
Yeah, you could just send it to him and he'll get with me.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a great day.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So I'm testing out this thing here. There's two streams going on at once. There's one on a vertical and then there's one on YouTube horizontally. I apologize about the format. It's my first time trying this out. For some reason, it's not picking up the camera. Let me see if I do this. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. But while I'm playing with this, I'll kind of let you know. She seems like a very open agent. I think that, let me put this here. I think that the sellers are motivated enough to take a lower offer. The comps are a little bit tricky, but that's okay. So she did mention, I don't know if she realized, she mentioned 300,000. I don't know if we could do 300,000. I mean, it's really tough to comp, especially since they're not open to terms, that higher price point. I think Arvis, we need to send them an offer. I would start off at 250 because it looks like they have equity in it. They purchased this for 175. I think 250 is a good price. And if they don't like it, they'll counter. But I think that's a conservative starting point. So when she texts you or email, send that cash offer template from the community at 250, and let's see what they think about it. But they sound motivated, and there's actually a lot of interest on it. And it's currently listed at 325. So I think at 250 it'd be good. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one here. Let's see. We have one in Brandon, Florida, which we're still looking for properties in Brandon, Florida. So if you have anything in Brandon, Florida, you're happy to send it our way here. Let me look at this one. So this is actually could be a good co-living property. The price point, I don't know about all that. But let's see. These co-living properties, you're going to analyze them a little bit different. The good thing about this one has a floor plan, which is great. All right. All right, let's take a look at this one here. If you're tuning in on the vertical stream, I apologize for the format. Just switch over to the other one that has the horizontal format here. Okay. I'm going to look at these photos here. So it has a floor plan, which is great. Right. This is fully renovated. I mean, oh, it's got a pool. Co-living properties, pools are no bueno. Hold on, this has a keypad on it? Yeah. Oh, this isn't currently being used as well. I thought it was a co-living already. But no, it's not. Looks like there is a bonus room down here. It's 2 stories. Huh. Okay. So I don't know where you're at with this one. I don't think it would be good for a co-living because of the pool. Doesn't seem like there's an HOA. It's been on the market for 149 days, and there's only 39 saves. So not many people are interested in the price points. An offer. Oh, it's got a little, was this a shed? Let's look at the comps, because you'd be surprised how many people will still accept a low offer, even if it's overpriced. You just never know. Never know. Okay. Let me look at the comps real quick. Is this one listed? Yes, it is listed. 149 days. So remember, when somebody's asking too high and they're firm on the price, it typically has to do with the equity they owe. Or, if it's a flip, they're going to want full market value. Or if they're looking to purchase another home. But something I like to do is I like looking at the equity just to kind of see where they're at. Sometimes they don't have to tell me their bottom number. I can see the bottom number. Most sellers will not want to sell their property for less than what they purchased it for. Okay. 402. Dang, they bought this for 436. So they're upside down on this thing. And they're asking 435, and they just cut the price. They cut the price yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I think it's too high. But let's take a look here. But what if they're open to terms? That might be a good option if they're open to terms. You'd be surprised how many people will be open to terms depending on their situation. So this is a good area, but I don't see anything selling that high. The highest sold property, let me see, an investor bond for 350. Let's look at the comps. I see what investors are buying properties for, but the cash offer is just not going to make sense on this. And I can already see that because they bought it for 436. So when I'm talking to an agent, I mean, we're really with a homeowner. I'm not going to be negotiating with an agent. When I'm talking to the homeowner, which wouldn't be in this case, I would tell them, hey, the cash offer, I mean, you owe 436. My cash offer will be significantly less than that. So I don't even want to waste your time with that. Okay. And I start talking bad about it. I start talking bad about the cash offer. And that way I can kind of steer them to option 2 and 3. I don't do this with every call, but if I see a property that's been just sitting on the market for that long, okay, and they just will not budge on price, there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. The highest sold property is 430. Let me see. And this is in a different neighborhood. Here's one for 425. Yeah, but this one has a pool. It's not 2-story. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of within around the ballpark. Let's give them a call. And see what they say. Mr. Jeffrey. Mr. Jeffrey. See if they pick up the phone. Surprise. An agent picked up the phone. Maybe they can give us the Black Friday discount on the phone. Maybe they're open to terms. I mean, house is
Can I help you?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, is this Mr. Jeffrey?
Okay.
My name's Steven. I was calling about the listing you had on Willow Valley Drive.
Okay.
Accepting offers for it.
Yeah, we are.
Great. Did I catch you at a good time?
Sure. I'm not the broker. Anything that you'd like to submit, you can do it in an email.
Oh, okay. You're not the broker?
No, I'm his admin as well. I'm a realtor, but I'm not the one that will make the deal.
Okay.
So he can't present something to the sellers without a contract, but you can.
Right.
If you want to, okay, hold on. You probably have gotten the office phone number and it bounces to me. You can't accept text messages from there. So, is this your real phone number?
Yes.
492-8050. Yeah?
You can text this number.
Okay, I'm going to text you my phone number, unless it came up as 813.
Okay.
Okay. Did you dial that, or was it 255 at the end?
It was 2155 on the end.
Yeah, so that is the office phone number that just bounces to me. So
Okay.
let me write this down. Hold on.
All right.
I mean, I can forward information to the broker if you want. Are you we've had plenty of people trying to do an investment, some sort of programs and stuff like that. They are out of country.
Yeah.
They want to just sell the house. They don't need anything tied to them, if that makes sense. Like,
Got it. No, that actually saves me a lot of time because I didn't want to waste anybody's time. I think that we'd be in the same boat. Actually, we're an investor, so we're not a good fit for everybody. But that's kind of what I was leaning more towards, and one
okay,
so, they're open to that.
So as an investor, I mean, they just lowered the price to $435,000.
Mm-hmm.
$435,000. It was set up as an Airbnb for them. They're just out of country. They can't run it any longer because they would come, they would live, and then they'd go away and then put it up for the Airbnb. And from what I saw on the redacted files, they had since 2022 made $149,000, something like that, procuring.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's something that you guys are interested in. What is it that you're interested in? What type of offer? What are you looking for?
Yeah, I was actually more interested in like a seller financing structure kind of offer.
Yeah, we get a bunch of them. So they're not, they can't do that.
Yeah, no problem. I understand. A cash offer, I mean, I wouldn't be anywhere near close what they're asking, but I appreciate your time.
Yeah, that's okay. Like I said, and that's why it sort of comes to me first, because I kind of can, answer the questions that you might have and send you documents if you need. But that way you're not, the broker can't give them an offer of something that's not written. So that's why I just kind of make sure everybody has an email and that if they're moving forward that they can. So I appreciate your time though. And I appreciate you, taking an interest in the property.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
No bueno. I think you guys need to start warming these up first. It'll make it easier a lot for both of us. So if you have a lead, dang, this format's crazy right now. Hold on a second. All right, there we go. When you look at these, right, if you came across that as a co-living opportunity, if it has a pool, it's not like it's dead, but try to give them a call and just ask some questions about it, because it's just way too high of a price point. And then it doesn't sound like they're too motivated. They did cut the price, but let's go to the next one here. Let's see here. Let me see what I got. See if we have any lead house leads coming in here. Which we're closing on one today from Lead House, which is a seller financing. This was a sub 2 we're closing on today in Tennessee. And it was the one where the ARV was 130. She needed to walk away with $12,000, but she was asking too much. But if somebody only needs to walk away with $12,000 and the ARV is like 130-ish, we could say, what if we pay that at closing? We just take over the mortgage payments. They agreed. It was a good deal for us, the seller, the buyer, everybody won. So actually I think those docs already got signed. That should be funded shortly here. But it was a motivated seller, right? It's a big difference with somebody that's motivated to sell. They're going to be a little bit more flexible. And this is why this property has been sitting here for 149 days. And there's not really much activity. Let me see here. I spoke with this lady already. All right, let's call this one. This is in Philippi, West Virginia, if I'm saying that correctly. Philippi, West Virginia. Dang, this thing looks rough. Let me see if I could find can't really see it too well, but oh, there we go. Let me see. All right. So that's the property. I mean, this thing is rough, but that's what we like. I just don't know about the area. I know nothing about the area, but that's okay. Let's give them a call. Let's see what's the situation. Why do they want to sell? William asking $60,000, needs some work, looking for a bigger home. Okay, I'm just gonna call him. I'm not even gonna look at the comps right now. Let me call from the Tennessee number. It looks pretty rough.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Will.
Yes.
My name's Steven. I think you filled out a form about your house you're looking to get an offer on.
Yeah.
I catch you at a good time?
I'm actually shopping with the family on to awesome Black Friday sales.
Oh, okay. Is there a better time to call you back?
Give me a call back around maybe 6.
Okay, we'll do.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. Bye. Black Friday shopping. I was waiting to see who was gonna say that first. It's not really an objection. By the way, you guys ever seen this? I don't know if you guys ever seen this. Turbo Man. You seen that movie Jingle All the Way? This is a great movie. The Turbo Man on the Black Friday. That's what it reminds me of. That's a great movie. But anyways, the guy's Black Friday shopping. I'm gonna call him around 6. This property, anytime you get a property that's more of in the middle of nowhere, I actually start steering more to either a terms or a novation. The cash offer, I don't try to force it. If there's not enough comps where it's a clear deal, I'm not going to force it to make it work. Like, we have to be a lot more picky about our deals, as should you. You should be very picky about your deals too. Never lock up stuff just to lock it up and try and see if it works. I I just want to see real quick if he's asking a decent price. $60,000 in Philippi, West Virginia. I know nothing about Philippi, West Virginia. I don't even think I'm saying that right. Let me just look at these comps real quick. Sometimes from the very beginning, they'll be asking a great price, but I don't want to jump on it any different than it was a horrible price. Oh, man. Hold on a second. This thing, estimated value. Is this the right? Okay. Let me make sure this is the right address. Oh, it is. Wow. The estimated value is $264,000, and he's asking $60,000. I see one comp that sold 3 months ago. Let me just make sure everything looks similar. This sold for $231,000. Golly, okay. He owns this free and clear. I mean, this thing looks rough, but still, what if the ARV is $231,000 and he's asking 60? That's pretty good. I can't even see this other property. This is a very rural area. If it's that much of a discount, we'll still do the cash offer first. But we're really going to have to work with agents on this too, because I only see, this is the only comp I see. Sometimes these won't even sell to an investor. Sometimes it will not sell to an investor. Dang, this one is way out here. I can't even see it. It's got a lot of land. Ours has a lot of land as well. It's on 0.33 acres. No, this is a good price. All right. Let's go to the next one. So I'm going to give this guy a call at 6. Put this under follow-up. Let's call the next one here. This is in South Carolina. Aiken, South Carolina. All right. Boardman Road. This house is in great shape. You can get deals from nice houses too. They don't always have to be ugly looking. Okay. So don't think just because it looks good doesn't mean that they're not motivated, because look, these that I'm looking at right now, these are inbound leads, and this one looks really good. I wonder how recent these photos are. Let me see. I don't know if it'll show it or not. If this was a recent listing. This is the property. Very old school. Okay, so how recent were these photos? All right. Well, let's see the situation first. So Al asking 600,000, needs some work, needs to sell ASAP. I already know this isn't worth 600,000. But I also want to see how recent the photos are. Let me see if I could pull this up here. Boardman Road. Boardman Road. It could fit a good hedge fund criteria. Yeah, the estimated value is 445. It was on the MLS for 2021. Okay. It was on the MLS for 235. I mean, I know this was 4 years, almost 5 years ago. Sat on the market for over 2 years. Wow. Well, they bought this for they were the ones that bought this for 234. So I'm going to see, well, what are landlords paying for something like this in this area? It can't look too much different than this. Close to Augusta. Okay. Here's a flip. How many square feet is this one? This is 1918 square feet. I see a flip. They paid $360 and flipped it for $632. I see a buy and hold that sold for $200,000, but much smaller. This is the best comp. So the ARV looks like it's 632.5. This is the ARV comp. Check this out. So they flipped this for 632.5. They bought it for 360. Okay. Our person's asking 600,000, only 30K less than fully renovated. Let's call them. Let's see what happens. I don't really know why they want to sell, how quickly they want to sell. We're going to call them anyway and see what they say. Where's their number at? Oh, right here. These are a good reno on this.
Hello, you've reached the office of Al Bischoff.
All right, let's call one more time. Go to the next one here. There's another one in Brandon, Florida you sent over. Hello.
Hello, you've reached the
Those voicemails, sometimes they sound just like a person. All right, we're going to go to this next one. This one is in Brandon, Florida as well. Okay. Let's see. All right, so what's the story with this one? Brandon, Florida has a floor plan on it. That's good. Anything that could be categorized as a co-living property, it's always good that has a floor plan. All right, so this is the house. Floor plan. If you didn't know, there's an app called Cubicasa that is actually surprisingly pretty accurate. You just scan the house when you do a walkthrough, and it'll show you a pretty good floor plan for it. It's in great shape, but has a pool. Good layout. Let me see this real quick. Let me look at this floor plan. Oh, they didn't add the dimensions. And the app also does add the dimensions. Let's see. Yeah, it's a good layout. Well, let's run some comps on it. I think this one's listed. It is listed. Sandra, 1 day 11 saves, 194. Views, move-in ready, 3-2, bath, pool, home, no HOA or deed restrictions. All right, let me run some comps on it real quick. They're asking 390. There's a ton of comps. It's more flips than buy and holds. Looks like we got to be at 2. Hold on a second. There's one right here that sold for 297. Wow. Okay. A little bit too far apart, but it could be another good terms. But I think that 390. Looks like the ARV is 419. So they're asking too high for an investor, but we're gonna call them anyway. Call from Florida number. See what they say.
Hi, this is Sandy.
Hey, Sandy, my name's Steven. I was calling about the listing you had on Lori Circle.
Hi, Stephen. Yes, sir. What you got?
A few questions about it. Let me see. New roof was installed. The house looks like it's in great shape. Let's see.
Yeah, she just had the roof done, and she's definitely maintained it. It's an older lady. Her husband died last year, and she moved up north to be with family. So she's definitely had everything taken care of it before she left.
Okay. Do you know the age of the AC?
Crap.
It's okay.
And, I'm not there right now. Geez, I should know that one by heart. No, I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. And I'm assuming the house works okay. I mean, electric and plumbing is in good shape.
Yes. If if it ends up being a report and something needs to be fixed, she's willing to have whatever needs to be fixed.
Okay, perfect. Let me see here. Do you think she's flexible on the price if we came in with a cash offer?
She wants to stay pretty close because she knows what's sold in the area, and she has a swimming pool, and she's priced hers less than the ones that sold without a swimming pool. So within the last 6 months, so she knows she's got a good price on it.
Okay. We're an investment company, so I don't know. Sometimes we're a good fit, sometimes we're not, depending on the homeowner's needs. But if we were to flip this, what do you think it would sell at with a pool?
Probably only 20,000-30,000 more, because I know, a little bit of updating needs to be done, like the back additional room. But
yeah, because I was trying to look at
not much more.
Yeah. I see some selling around 420 renovated, but
There's not
if we
much room.
covered, there's not much room there. Do you think if we can offer her close to what she's asking, you think she might be open to like a seller financing structure kind of offer?
No, because she needs the money to get her new place up north.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how flexible she would be. I was just looking at the comps. If we were to fully renovate it, we'd probably have to be somewhere around 280. I don't know if that's too far apart from that.
Yeah, she's already had someone offer that. The roofer guy, the roofer company that did the roof, they wanted to get it from her, and they gave her a price, and she goes, "No way."
Yeah,
so,
I figured. Yeah. Okay, well, no problem. I appreciate your time. Have a great weekend.
You're welcome. You too. Bye.
Seller's not motivated enough to sell at a discount, and she even said, "I mean, what could I flip this for? What do you think would sell? Like 20 to 30K more?" So why would an investor pay 20 to 30K less than the ARV for a property that's not renovated? I mean, I don't know.Maybe it's more ideal for somebody that wants to live in it. And that's just how it is with most of these listed properties. You got to go through a lot more of them. All right, let me take a look here. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the next one. We called that one. It has a pool. Not that that's a bad thing, but for co-living, I think, Darla, you're putting these in for co-living, but the pools don't really help with it. That's okay. Let's go to the next one in Alabama. Okay, Bluemont Court. Alabama. This one, they're asking 200K. Great location, 6 days, 15 saves. So when you guys are submitting these, there has to be something here that looks good about it. Something that's like, you know what? This property and the price and the location, something makes sense enough where it's worth calling, right? Because you don't want to get in the habit of just calling anything that's for sale by owner. Make offers on everything, but try to be a little bit more targeted with things that you're submitting, whether that's pre-qualifying them. You actually speak with the agent or the homeowner, and then, hey, the seller needs to sell quickly. This thing, we're really, they're negotiable. Like, some people will look at leads, they'll send them here on the show, and then there's already a conversation that was had before I call them, and they are motivated. But sometimes, and I'm just saying this from experience as well, because I used to do the same thing, but you don't want to go on Zillow, for example, and go to for sale by owner, and then all of a sudden there's just not much going on, right? The price point is okay. The but it's just asking too high really for some of these. And then try to look and see, well, they're asking high, but there's no equity. So they're only negotiable to a certain extent. All right. So let's go ahead and call this one. Let me share my screen here. All right. So this is the property. It's in, man, they took sideways photos. It's in fair shape. Horrible photos. Good shape. They're asking 200,000. Okay, they took a, look at that, the wide shot, panoramic shot. Okay, so this is in fair shape. All right, they're asking 200,000. They had this up for about a week. Looks like it's in a good area. Let me take a look here and see. Fair condition. No, it's not spoken to. So this is basically a cold call, right? So I'm going to walk into this as not really a cold call, because they've showed interest in selling, but I'm going to be talking to this homeowner without knowing anything. And that's okay. I don't mind doing that. But let's go ahead and call them. And let's see what they say. Let's see what they say.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
John Procol.
Let's call him back one more time, and I'll move on to the next one.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
All right, no answer. Let's go to one of these here. This one's in Louisiana. Francine Drive. Erith, Louisiana. This looks good. Let's see. Break home. This looks familiar though. don't know if I called this one before. If, by the way, if one of you guys submit the same lead, I have to go with the first person that, submitted it, right? If I lock up the deal, unless you warm it up and you spoke with them, but most of these you haven't. Now this one's a lead house one. Doesn't have, let me see, 229. Huh. So sometimes when you put these addresses on Google, you'll see the thumbnail looks different than the street view. Like the thumbnail, I can't show the address, but the thumbnail, the house looks fully renovated. And then when I click on the actual property, it just shows like an older photo, which is interesting, but that's okay. Let me see if I can pull up this property. Maps here. I always like looking at the front to see what it looks like. And sometimes you'll build rapport if you see something. There's not much here, though. That's okay. All right. So this is the house. At least the side of the house. Roof looks a little older. All right, what's the story with this one? They're asking 240, good shape. Reason for selling, foreclosure. All right, let's go ahead and give them a call. And I'm going to start running some comps here. Mr. Coco.
Hey, this is Coco. Can't get to the phone right now, but leave your name and number. I'll get back with you.
Going back one more time.
Hey, this is Coco. Can't get to the phone.
No answer. Some people are going to be busy today. That's okay. What was I going to show you? I want to show you guys something real quick here. Whoops. Hold on a second. All right. So if you haven't heard by now, make sure that you guys tune in to the PropStream event, Connect to Close. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. It's from December 2nd through the 4th. Okay, 3 days. It's really going to be focused on how can you start start next year strong and this year strong as well. They're going to go over really good tips. I'll be making some calls on there as well. They're going to be giving a free bat styler for a year and some other swag and goodies. So make sure you attend that. It's going to be good. Remember that right now, whatever you do right now will affect how you start next year. That's why you have to keep your foot on the gas. So I put the link in my bio for that on Instagram. You're happy to take a look at that, register. It doesn't cost you anything, but it's going to be some really good information. So I highly suggest you guys go over there. All right. Other than that, if you're in the community, you can shoot me a message. Let me see what else is on here. So I called this guy, Mr. Coco. He didn't pick up the phone. I do have a few follow-ups for my own personal leads. One lady, she accepted a terms offer today. The ARV was 290. She bought the property for 180. She wanted to walk away with 20K. Okay. So these are, when you ask questions to people, this is things you want to ask them, right? Like, why do you want to sell? When do you want to sell? But sometimes when it comes to the negotiation part of the numbers, you have to put the pieces of the puzzle together, right? So if she wants to walk with 20K, right? That's why she's selling at 200,000. That's what she told us. So that means that, what if we paid 20K at closing? We just took over the mortgage payments. She's like, that might be the best option that would work. Some people don't know that exists. And then you guys can either keep that for yourself, or you can assign it, okay, and ask for 25 or 30K down to the next person, okay? The paperwork is structured a little bit differently. You do have to work with a title company that's familiar with these kinds of transactions. We like to use Closed Title. Shout out to them. They're doing great. So Closed Title, they're familiar with assignments, sub-twos, novations, all that stuff. You have to work with a title company that's familiar with that. And when you're structuring those kinds of deals, right, you have to explain it in a way that they can understand. Very simple. But something that adds credibility to you is, hey, these kinds of transactions have to be done with a title company that's familiar with them. We like using this title company. Feel free to give them a call. Some homeowners, when you try explaining these kinds of deals and they don't understand, they may think it's a red flag or a scam or illegal. But when you connect how you do business with a title company, or even better, they may have a physical location in their market, that lowers their guard a little bit. We had a guy that was open to the cash offer, but he thought everything was a scam, and that it was an inbound lead. He's like, "Where's your office? Where's this? What title company you use, right? Can they print out a contract?" So I called the title company. They're willing to print out the contract so you can sign there. Then the guy broke his leg, or whatever excuse, he's recovering. But follow. But always make sure, all right, with people that you're structuring the offer a little bit differently, if they're skeptic about it, if they're skeptical sellers, right, especially if you're doing this over the phone, always relay the title company you use. It adds such a big layer of credibility. The website is great, but it's not enough to be like, okay, these guys are legit, right? But we throw everything out there. But once we say, hey, this is a title company we use, you're more than welcome to go in there, give them a call, ask them about who I am, how many deals we've done, if we're legitimate. Give them a call. Don't take my word for it. Go in their office. Give them a call. So when you start saying those kinds of things, all right, it just adds a lot more credibility to it. So first of all, you got to find a title company that's familiar with these types of transactions. They're going to be in your corner when it comes to that. All right, guys. But guys, have a happy Black Friday. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourself. Go buy some gifts for your family. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys.